All right, we are back on Motorfest, and the new set of summons is here. Let me go to change that. So I'm gonna be clicking shit. All right. Let's see. So it looks like it's gonna be something with BMW. Did I get the last? No, it wasn't. It was a engine something. I don't think I got it. I didn't really care. If it's not a car, I'm not gonna go for it. So, oh, got it silver. I already had this car, by the way, so I didn't really care. I'll take those legendary parts though. R1 200. Oh, they added a new bike? Okay, okay. Added a new bike? Well, I don't have the year pass. Sad news. Sad. Playlist requirement. Year 3 pass. So we get both of these? Okay. These are new? Yeah, these are new, I think. Oh, okay. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I wish it, well, I kind of don't want it's 2 million, which is ridiculous. I do want this one though, but this one, it's cool. But this thing, it might be moving. That thing, ooh. And see, look, it's in a prestige thing now. Well, it already was. That's what I'm saying, like, if I really wanted this Bugatti, I'll just save up prestige tokens for it. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. I have 2 Bugattis already. I don't need another one. I don't need another one. Wait. I don't think I have... I need to finish my collection. Do they have Ken's Ford Focus in here? I can't remember if they did or not. I need to get this and this. I need to get both of these. That's 8,000. And I think that's all of them. This is the Drift Edition View Bundle. Oh. This is a Drift Edition, which probably would be good at Drift because it's an electric car, you know? Electric car. 7 out of 8. Nah, there's more. There's like 9. Yeah, there's like 9. All I'm missing is this one. Which, you know, it's for Drift. It's not... I'ma get it. I have enough for it after the summit. Oh, a new playlist. Oh, a new playlist. And it looks like it's all BMW. Whoa, what's this? Oh, the M2. That's already in the game. It's already in the game. Okay, we got a new playlist. Finally. Well, let me go do the new playlist. Where is it at? Here it is. Fast travel to that motherfucker. Bro, I can't wait till they add that.
A playlist is available, driver.
The next like major update is gonna be NASCAR, so that update's gonna be pretty good.
Hello, my name is Mark.
No one cares what your name is, sir. I'm not trying to get copyrighted.
Letters. BMW. A playlist to discover what ultimate driving feels like.
Ultimate driving, huh? Ultimate. Jesus. Jesus. How many races we got? Like 9?
To the next objective.
Oh, it did say this was a hybrid. I thought it was electric. I thought it was electric. That's why I was so confused. Why do I hear engine sounds? I thought it said, hold on now. Oh, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid. 2024.
It certainly sets the tone for the first event. But that's not the first vehicle you're going to drive in this race. Motorfest and BMW has something else in mind. Something truly special. Let's head to the Hanoma racetrack. You're about to discover one of the most legendary cars in BMW history. It's so famous that it literally earned a place in a museum.
Oh my god.
Talking about the most favorite car is very difficult because the heritage is so amazing.
Hey.
Let's do this. Eyes up, stay focused, and put in the best possible performance. You gotta live up to this car's reputation. She's a legend, you know. Okay. It's probably something you hear quite a lot at Motorfest, I know, but you gotta believe me. After BMW became popular in the 60s, their cars were more and more used by private motorsport teams, but they still didn't have their own racing division. So they started one in 1972. They called it BMW Motorsport, simply BMW M now. And that was their first car, the 3.0 CSR. I mean, what a car! First off, she's absolutely stunning. Look at the iconic M colors on her body. Look at her shapes. Look at the perfection of her design. And more importantly, she's so light and powerful, she won 6 consecutive European Championship titles. Yeah. She's the most impressive of her times, and I can't believe how lucky you are to feel her in action on such a beautiful racetrack. Oh, and I'm Anna, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I've been racing professionally for, what, like 10 years now? More if you count the karting when I was a teen.
It's all about maximum attack.
As you may have guessed, I have a soft spot for BMWs. That's why I've been asked to host this playlist. I've never raced for them officially, though. But life's long, so who knows? And here we go. I bet you didn't expect to ride a motorcycle for a second lap, did you? But actually, bikes are a really important part of BMW history. Did you know the first ground vehicle they ever built was actually a motorcycle? It was in 1923. Yes, I know I sound nerdy right right now. The one you're riding is the S1000 R. Is what we call a superbike. Superbikes are extremely powerful, technologically advanced motorcycles that are relatively light for the speed they can reach. They're designed for both track and road use. And yours is the 2015 edition of the S1000 R.
Oh,
They still have
2015.
for yourself, but since then, they've released many more powerful editions. Finally, the BMW M Hybrid V8. What a beast. Released in 2023, this car has been built for endurance races, such as the 24 hours of Le Mans, my area of expertise.
Oh, they use this on Le Mans? Huh.
An endurance car has to strike the right balance between performance and stability. They must go as fast as possible and yet be able to hold up over time. And the same goes for you.
Feels good.
As a racer inside the car, you
I
must
like
stay
this
on top of
car.
your game for
Feels
a very
good.
long time, while constantly making
Braking's braking's solid. It's just
But today we're only doing a short race.
I'm kind of whiffing these turns.
Focus on being the best. The Hybrid V8 will do the rest.
still have plenty of BMW vehicles to discover together. I think Mark wants to share a few words about the next one.
I think I drove this car before. I think I have this car.
Now with the M3, we're touching on an important part of BMW's history. The 3 Series. The face of the brand. So, as you may know, since the early 70s, BMW has been dividing its models into 8 different series. The 3 is without question the most popular of them all. The one we're driving is the E30. It's the second in this prestigious line, and an instant hit in 1982. Not just for car enthusiasts, no. But for the mass market as well. They sold over 2 million. That's huge, especially since they weren't cheap. But this car deserved it. It truly did. For sure, it was the most powerful sedan available at the time. So, when BMW noticed to put a new car on the track, it was obvious they would create one based on the E30 and make it even better. And that's how we got the first M3 ever. We spoke earlier of the success of the 3.0 CSL, but it was nothing compared to what this car achieved. She's simply the most successful touring car in motorsport history. She has more than 1,400 victories. yeah, I promise you. She won everything. Rallying, endurance racing, but also BMW's most beloved tournaments. The DTM, the German Touring Car Championship. The funny story is that BMW had to build 5,000 free legal cars and sell them to the public just so they could compete. And they did it. But they were skeptical at first because they thought it would never sell. Of course, they were wrong. They sold 3 times more than expected. Whatever the model, the E30 has left its mark on a generation. She's loved by underground communities for tuning, for drifting, but you can even see her on album covers and rap videos. She's a cultural phenomenon. extreme racing and enjoy just driving for the pleasure of driving. Well, I mean, you still have an aggressive opponent in this race. Of course. Where's the fun with ours?
I'm not liking this. The handling feels boaty.
Of what we call roadsters. Two-seaters made for relaxing behind the wheel.
It's like he's turning with his rear end.
And look at that. We just have the perfect spot and the perfect weather to enjoy this ride. The only thing you're missing is the wind in your hair. But you are driving a quick cabriolet, so I guess you could theoretically enjoy the open air if you wanted to. Your car is the Z4 E9, a very cool model for two major reasons. Number one is the very first BMW to have been designed by the two women, Juliana Blasi for the exterior and Nadia Arnault for the interior. They wanted to break the classic roadster image with a car inspired by the human body, athletic and beautiful, designed for all driving enthusiasts. And number two, the E89 has indeed been adapted into a real racing car, the famous, beautiful, and successful Z4 GT3. That's an obvious part of my passion for this car. I own the car you're driving. And did I forget to tell you that? I know what you're thinking. It's not as sporty as the others. And that's true. But on weekends, where I'm far away from the races, it's the perfect car for open roads. Freedom. Would you say the same?
Previous ones. Motorfest really wanted to show how diverse and surprising BMW can be. I won't say more, except that you'll have to go to the top of the mountain to see the starting grid. And you'll see, the beginning of this race is going to be memorable.
Come on.
That's what I call a jump. I'm glad you survived that one. Dangerous than it looks. BMW and off-roading have a strong history. They were famous in the Dakar Rally in the 80s, and they've been building bikes designed for the wilderness ever since. Your ride is one of them. It's an R1200 GS, and at BMW, every bike marked with the GS letters is a bike made for adventure. And adventures, they can happen anywhere, you know? On the edge of the unknown, or just down the street from your house. So they need to be prepared for every occasion. They're built for both city riders and budding explorers. So to be fair, this one's being prepped by Motorfest, so it's a little more suited for the extreme conditions than the ones you could find in a regular bike. But use it, baby.
Race will be once again focused on BMW M vehicles. Speaking of which, do you know where the famous M colors come from? That combination of blue, purple and red?
Against BMW's finest, a collection of some of the latest M models. See that white car? That's an M8, a 625 horsepower monster made for everyday use. And the dark gray one over there? An M5 TS. We'll talk about them later, but let's just say that this series has been producing missiles since the 70s and it's not about to stop. The other ones are M2s and M4s. They come from series born in 2013 and 2014. Racing them is gonna be tough. The road is narrow, with a lot of sharp bends and not many places to accelerate.
This is probably gonna be the end game car right here. Probably. I don't think we have this one. Wait, Actually, we might do have this one. I don't know. It might be some...
To give you a fair chance of winning, we put you behind the wheel of the fastest production car BMW has ever made. The M4 CSL. Yeah, you heard me. A CSL. BMW only made 3 of these in 50 years. The first one was the 3.0 you drove earlier, and this is the third. And to make it even more prestigious, you can even notice a special emblem on her body celebrating BMW M's 50th anniversary. So the real question is, does she live up to the CSL legacy? Well, she hits 200 kilometers per hour in only 10 seconds and holds the BMW record on the famous Nürburgring circuit. What more is left to say? You better win with a car like that. Felt that DNA at every turn.
Alright, on to the next one. This is the second to last.
Wonderful race, driver. Now let's head to Maui's volcano for the next event.
The i8 Roadster.
Okay, be careful. This outrun requires your utmost concentration. One mistake or two, and you're sure to lose. Stay sharp. I won't distract you too much, but I still gotta talk about that spaceship you're driving. Yeah, I'm sorry to call it that, but I'm sure you were thinking the same thing. And hey, I don't mean it in a bad way. I love the way she looks. The BMW i8 is a car that stands out from the crowds. It's actually hard to believe she's indeed a production car and not just a concept. Like, it's crazy how futuristic she looks, even though she was revealed more than 10 years ago. The contrast of her colors highlights all her curves. And there's something about the way she's shaped that makes her intriguing and elegant at the same time. I'm glad the sun hasn't fully risen yet, because I find her even more beautiful at night. Those U-shaped taillights give her so much personality. 2010s when BMW was created to develop a range of electric and hybrid vehicles within the brand. Only two models came out of it, the compact i3 and the i8, the sports car you're driving. There were never any others because they updated their strategy. Rather than creating a separate lineup, they now implement their technologies into their main series. A smart move, I guess. But I would have loved to see more cars like this one. I knew the clock wouldn't outrun you.
Last race. What we got? M2.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm afraid we're heading towards the last event of this playlist. Yes, I know. Already. But we're not gonna say goodbye without one last hooray.
Get ready. The weather is perfect for going on a long road trip. We're putting 3 BMW
This might be the
MCs
end car right
for
here.
very long distances, and it's your job to drive them one after the other. You remember what CS means? It's competition sport, the sportiest edition of BMW M. As you can see, we didn't even bother to close the roads, so you'll have to deal with the traffic. But you have no trouble dodging it, right?
No comment. No comment. Swear that car came out of nowhere.
That wasn't an easy start, but you managed it like a pro. You've probably recognized the car you're driving. It's the M5 F90 CS, the one you went up against a bit earlier. The 5 Series is the oldest in the history of BMW. Not the oldest car, of course, but the first series they launched when they started this classification in the 70s. It's just crazy how much power there is in a car like that. She weighs almost 2 tons, and she's over 5 meters long. And in spite of that, she has 625 horsepower and can reach 100 kilometers per hour in only 3 seconds. For a sedan? Wow. Like, imagine taking your kids to school with this. The temptation to step on the gas is way too strong. It might be too dangerous for your own good. However, her design is, well, let's just say it's not my favorite, but I see why people love it. It's just not sporty enough for my taste. But I must admit, I love the golden bronze color they added to the rims and front grille. That's her signature. It's so cool. And now we have an M3 G80 CS from 2023.
This might be the new long race to play. We're already 4 minutes in, we're not even halfway. We about to get like 90, 60 something thousand or something.
Or CSL? On the front end, mostly. Well, that's normal. Actually, the 3 and 4 series share the same engine and chassis base. Before 2014, the 3 series models were released in a large number of variations. Oh, like, too many variations. So, ultimately, they decided to make things clearer. On the one side, there's the 3 series with sedans and big cars, and on the other, the 4 series with coupes and cabriolets. And that's the main difference between the two. What do you think about her design? Personally, I love how aggressive she looks. The size of the double kidney grille divides BMW fans, but I think it gives her so much character. icing on the cake. The brand new M2 G87 CS from 2025. And you can drive her here exclusively for the first time. BMW are so proud of her that they regard her as part of the BMW 2002 Turbo Heritage, and that's one of the most beloved cars of the 70s. So, does she deserve this honorific comparison? I'll let you drive her for a bit, before giving my opinion.
Ooh, the little click, click, click. You hear that shit? Woo! Woo! Like, are we going around the whole map, bro? Like, damn. This has to be the longest race in the game.
Look how fast she can go. She's obviously the fastest M2 ever. But what I love most about her is her uncompromising design. People will be divided just like the M3 and M4, but I'm a fan.
218.
I mean, look at this. It's her production form, and it already looks like a professional tuner has fitted her with one of the coolest kits around.
My.
It's probably too soon to say, but I think she's my fave. Among the three of them, of course. I think it's simply more fun to drive.
14-minute race. That's the longest race in the game.
Enthusiast, a legend in the
The Maui race wasn't even that long. It was like 9 minutes. 14 minutes is crazy. 14 minutes. I better get 100,000 as sub. 14 minutes. Oh, I didn't look and see how much. Just whatever.
You haven't claimed your reward.
I want to try that race again, but like in a Bugatti or something, to see what time I can make.
What for this playlist?
What we getting? What we getting? Oh, they're giving us the one of the old ones. Oh, okay, they're giving us this one. Makes sense, makes sense. I'll take it. I'm not complaining. Alright. Alright, I'll just stop it here, then do the playlist another time. I'm only gonna have time to do one race, then go in. So I am going to start that other race. Then however long.
New challenges unlocked.
Hold on, let me see how long. The Maui race was like 8 to 9 minutes. This shit was crazy, bro. See, it gives you 93,000. Bro, 93,000. Alright, let's go. Actually, slap this bad boy on custom mode. Have I unlocked, so I might as well do the prestige thing. Hold on. Oh, they don't have it for this race? Interesting. Interesting. Cause this race is too long, bro. Way too long, man. But the Bugatti would probably shave off like probably like, I'm saying like 11 to 12 minutes. I probably complete it. Yeah, 11 to 12 minutes. Oh yeah, and we have the money skill on most of these too. And I'm gonna put on clean driving. Yes, clean driving. We gonna be getting paid.